Every single year, I like to make a list of all the films that I've seen and up there on the big screen. And every time I walk out of the cinema, I do this. Let me make a note, guys. Hey, slow down, pal. You know, I'm with a big group of them. I'm going, slow down. I gotta make a note, because this is what I do. Thank you. Well, come on. I'm gonna catch up. What film? First, you have to remember what film you've just seen, which should be fairly simple. You've just come out the doors. The fresh air has hit you, and you've completely forgotten everything you were ever meant to do. You make a note of the film you've just seen, but sometimes I like to add a bit more detail. You know, the people I've seen it with, the cinema I saw it, like what snack I had with me. So we start off 2021. Lights, camera. Actually, let's do that. We start off 2021. Lights. Yeah, first film back after lockdown. Do you remember? Yeah, lockdown. They eased it just enough that we could and there was a little easing that they just a crack of it, just a sort of whiff of the world, and we sort of bloody went for it. And the first film that I saw in 2021. This is the longest intro to get to. Just tell me what film you saw. So the first film back after lockdown was Quiet Place 2, sequel to Quiet Place 1, which is the first film of the Quiet Place series. I'm looking forward to Quiet Place 3. Those films are so quiet. I love Quiet Place 2. I like Quiet Place 1, and as I said, I'm looking forward to Quiet Place 3. Maybe they'll do a 4 Quiet Place. I saw that with my friend Lillian, and the snack that I had, no snack. And then in brackets, would be too scared to have a snack. Oh, should we get a snack? I'll probably be too scared to have a snack. What do you mean by that? Because it's called Quiet Place 2. And it's a quiet place, so it would make a noise, wouldn't it? The ruffle of the bag, the crunch of the corn, the music on the ears, the moonlight on the Riviera. That pronunciation's a bit weird, wasn't it? Yeah, so would be too scared to have a snack. But maybe afterwards we probably got meringues. And then we're going straight into the second film, Quiet Place 2, and then a film called Apples, which is a great film, a bit sort of close to home because it's about a world suffering through a pandemic where everyone, or some people, have suffered from memory loss and can't remember their entire lives. Really good. Apples, and no snack guide in there, not even an apple. That wasn't off the top of my head, I wrote that down. No snack here, not even an apple. Saw that by myself. That's the thing though, there's not going to really be much snack information in this list because like I'm wearing a mask, you know, in a non-pandemic year, as we used to call them. Isn't it weird we used to call them that? 2019, another non-pandemic year. We should stop calling it, that feels a bit risky. Another non-pandemic year. Yeah, in a non-pandemic year, I would sort of just be shoveling sort of grapes in. And then I saw The Suicide Squad. I saw that with my friend Ben and Lewis. Lewis had a milkshake. Ben had some bits. Don't know what Ben had. Lewis had the colourful milkshake, most colourful milkshake in the world. I was like, are you going to have all those colours? He was like, yeah, that's why I got it. I got it for all the colours. But you're going to be careful with all those colours. He's like, yeah, I'm fine with all the colours. It was literally just all colours, this milkshake. It was amazing. God, that was a good film. Ben had some bits. I wonder what Ben had. Oh, and then I saw Pig, which, that was probably, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Whoa, you got ahead of me there, buddy. You're quick. I don't want to do that. Oh, sorry. That was good. Yeah, I can get behind something like that. Pig was so good. I think maybe it was my favourite film of last year, but I don't want to get ahead of myself as we've already established with that sort of visual bit of fun. No, it's about Nicolas Cage, who was a chef, and his beloved truffle pig is stolen, and he goes on a search to find the pig, the titular pig. Pig goes to prove that any film about a pig is good. Babe 2, Pig in the City, Pig with Nicolas Cage. Shrek has 3 little pigs in it. Can't think of any others for the time being, but there's probably more. It's a good theory. So many delicious dishes that were making on screen. I was practically just sat there sort of watering in my seat. So nice. And I didn't even have a snack in that one. Didn't need to. Yeah, no snack. I was practically watering in my seat. And then here comes a knight. He's green and he's the Green Knight. And he's Dev Patel, who's acting as the Green No, he's not the Green Knight. He's not the titular Green Knight. It might just be our first bit of data, our first bit of hungry. If we've been hungry for data, then snack on this, because the Green Knight, yes, snack. Salted popcorn. I was really hungry, so I was fisting in big mouthfuls, hoping to get full so I could focus on the film, and I saw that by myself. Really cool atmosphere, really cool like world building with just like one shot of like big giants walking past, just like that. It's so good. Directed by David Lowery, who did A Ghost Story, which is also really good. And then the next film I saw is a bit of an honourable mention, as I didn't see it in the cinema, but it's a new film. So these are usually just lists of films I've seen on the silver screen. Amazon Prime have released the final Evangelion movie. Oh god, I cried so much. There bloody was a snack, because as soon as the credits rolled, I was popping in a banana. Need to get my potassium levels up. Does crying get rid of potassium? Either way, I felt drained of potassium. Do you ever finish a really good film and it ends and you just think, I just need a load of potassium? Because, yeah, Evangelion, the final film, finished and I got a load of potassium. And then I saw No Time to Die. It's James Bond's final outing. Not James Bond, Daniel Craig's final outing. Yeah, No Time to Die, and No Time to Snack as well. No snack. Saw it with Mum and Dad, who I think they had some coffees. A couple of cups of coffees. For the old parents, for the old rents. They want a steaming hot cup of joe while we watch James Bond sort of go about his stuff. June. Good year for films. It's kind of a good year for films every year, really. But yeah, I saw June. Loads of people saw June. It wasn't just me. I saw June as well, though. I saw June, saw it with my flatmate and friend. June, saw it with MJ. No snack. Not even spice, so I'm adding a bit of I'm having fun with it. And then from June, the sun sets on the dunes of the planet, and the sun rises in Soho, but then the sun sets again because it's night. It's the last night in Soho. My shoulder just clipped. I saw that with Jack and Bertie. I had a sandwich beforehand. Bertie got popcorn but got it too early, so I asked if they could keep it behind the desk for later. Jack got Maltesers, I think. I had marshmallows. This is the biggest snack entry today. And then I saw Eternals, also with Jack, back-to-back Jack flicks. I had a bag of Cadbury Orange things. Bring on the snacks. Eternals. I really liked Eternals. People, all these nerds were complaining about it, weren't they? I loved Eternals. It's one of my favourite Eternals. I did love that flick. Not as much of my favourite flick. Flick from Bug's Life. Do you ever think that they've done Bug's Life dirty? There should be a roller coaster. Like in an alternate universe, there is a big Bug's Life roller coaster. In Disneyland, all it is Flick. And the other ones. The big worm, the crab? You know, the snake and the butterfly and the stick figure and the... Yeah, in my world, in my dreams, I dream of a land in Disneyland where Bug's Life is... I don't even really like Bug's Life, but it just feels a bit of a shame. Like, imagine if you were Bug's Life. Sometimes I feel like I am Bug's Life. But imagine if you were Bug's Life and you just thought, cool man, I'm a Pixar film. This is so good. Oh, you're one of Pixar's films like Toy Story and Incredibles and Finding Nemo and all the other ones. Yeah, man, I'm one of them. Cool, you got a roller coaster? No, I'm dog shit, man. Ah, don't say that about yourself. Yeah, I'm Bug's Life. I'm a piece of You're being so rude to yourself. Yeah, I'm just Bug's Life, but no one gives a about me. Everyone loves Toy Story. That's got 4 films and now a spin-off with Buzz Lightyear, played by Captain America. There's not going to be a flick. Imagine a world where instead of Lightyear, like a spin-off all about our favourite Buzz Lightyear Space Commander, there's a Flick film and it's just called Flick. And it's the spin-off and everyone's like, is this the film based on Flick the insect? Or is this based on the real insect that inspired the story of Bug's Life? Or maybe the film Flick is like a nature documentary about the actual Flick that they then made Flick based on. So this is the real Flick you get to meet before we see Flick, before we've seen Flick. We've met Flick, who we think is Flick, but now we meet sort of David Attenborough meeting Flick. who's the real Flick. It's like a nature documentary, and we see Flick, and he's a tiny Flick. Yeah, I haven't seen Lightyear yet. Did you ever watch Buzz Lightyear Star Commanders? Anyway, enough of reminiscing and thinking about how underappreciated Bug's life is. We'll save that for another day. Let's get back to the list of all the films I saw in 2021, filmed in 2022. Okay, back to the list. Oh, buddy old pal. I then saw Petite Maman. Saw that with my friend Dodie. Dark chocolate popcorn with water. Now this is good. I like these snacks that have been mentioned now. Dark chocolate popcorn with water. The water's separate. Makes it sound like it's a bowl of water with dark chocolate popcorn. And you're sort of sopping these sort of soggy corn in. Dodie had salted popcorn with extra salt from packets brought from home. I really think I needed that film. It was a real, like, I don't know, sometimes a film hits you and it makes you realise you've had all these barriers up and they crumble a little bit, and then you walk out of it with a little limp, but gradually you sort of learn and remember to stand tall again. That film was beautiful. Then I saw Spencer with my mum. No snack. You can't be snacking through real life stories. Oh guys, that snuck up on me. This is the last film that I saw in 2021. Can you ever guess what it is? I'll actually reenact it. You comment below before I say what film it is. I'll reenact the film, we'll do charades, but don't spoil it for other players down below. Just put beforehand, in brackets, you know, careful, and then we'll all know. So this is the last film that I saw in 2021. That went really quick. We whizzed through them. Psh. Oh, was that the clue? That's the clue. The last film I saw in 2021. Psh. Am I doing it at a weird angle? There we go. Psh. He's actually quite related to Flick in they're almost of the same world. Because it's a Spider-Man. He ain't coming home, that guy. And I ain't having any snacks. A guy sat next to me, so I sat in a different seat. I had a bottle of water, but didn't sip it. Fun film. Was too aware I was watching a film though, so we'll need to rewatch it. Yeah, I did enjoy that film, but I was weirdly in my head that I was watching a film. Do you ever get that where I was like, I couldn't quite believe I was watching the film? Because, you know, careful. But, you know, there's some Spider-Men in this film, careful, that when they popped up, I couldn't quite believe, like, I felt like I was out of my body quite. It was a weird out of body. It was the same with the Star Wars Star Wars films. The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, like, I was so excited to be seeing, like, fresh space fight content. I was just like, I needed to watch it, like, 2 more times. God, they got me in the palm of their hand, don't they? These film guys. They just know I'm going to lap it up. Like, they've given me sort of, their film is milk. And if I was a cat and I'm lapping it up, because I love blockbusters. I love blockbusters is my milk, you know, is what I'm saying. There, which you shouldn't ever say that. You shouldn't say anything is your milk unless you're talking about milk. This is water. Yeah, so Star Wars is my milk. What was I saying? But yeah, that was the last film I saw in 2021. Spider-Man. I guess that's probably curtains on us, guys, if we're going to keep it all thematically related to films. You know, curtains on the film goes across when it ends. So this might be lights down. This might be cut. You know, cut when they say cut after the end of it. This might be. This might just be the end of the line. No, that's like a train one. This might just be a wrap. That's film. It's a wrap. It's also like food. This might be it. It's a film. I'm just trying to get a nice clean ending to the video. There's one line that's related to films and it just shows that the video's wrapping up. The silver screen.